Yo, 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 it's your boy BIG ANT back with another episode of the Can I Kick It podcast. Today, we got a special guest with me, my dog, Wavy Da Ghawd. Say what's up to the people, big homie.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. It's funny how like we met through mutual friends, shout out to Jose.
Yes, yes.
And we always talked about on the music side, like working together and stuff. And then now I started a podcast, and we're actually doing something together, no homo. And it's about time. So, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you can make it, big dog.
Yeah, definitely.
So for those who don't know, Wavy is a producer, a very talented producer. I love the shit that you do, like, cause I'm real into like the chops and the melodies and the samples and stuff like that. So you
appreciate
you do that, yeah, man. So I've always been a big fan, since Jose showed me and you and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, I got this dude, he makes beats, he's from Florida, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, let's check him out. And like I checked him out, and I was like, yo, the dude's pretty fucking dope, dog. Like that shit is kind of dope. So it's like right up my lane, you know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll start off with like what got you into producing, or what made you become like a producer?
All right. Let's start here. I'll give you a year. I could say 1994, 1995. My love for music started for me just listening to the beats, just listening to like how the beats, like listening to every little sound that was made in the beat. Like, damn, like you heard that little, like always, like me and my cousin used to listen to records, and I'd be like, oh, you heard the sounds that they made to construct it. I was that guy. I was real technical, but I wasn't. I had no real interest for beats at the time, but I was real technical. I paid attention to details. It's only fast forward all the way into 2009. I had an older cousin, Zilla Sounds. Shout out to Zilla Sounds, man. He stays in Brooklyn as well, man. Like, unfortunately, we had met up at a funeral, at a family member's funeral, and he was, and I noticed he was making a beat in the backyard, and and it was like I was intrigued by that shit. So from that, I was like, man, I want to do that shit too. This particular cousin, this is a cousin. If there's anybody I ever followed in my life, it would be this cousin. Like him. It's like it's a small pinch of people I could say that I format myself as a man around, because they're just good role models. Although they're not role models, they portray themselves to be. To me, they're good role models for me to shadow some of their good habits. So for me,
Facts.
to build myself into the man that I'm here on, I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? So I gained that. So I gained the interest in 2009. Fast forward a little bit further into like 2014, and that's when I started taking interest into the beats, man. I was living in a farm. I was living in the woods. I was bored, and I was bored. I was a farmer at one point, and then I had to gain some type of like entertainment, like. So I just took up the beats. I was like the only guy in that 1,000-yard radius that was making beats and wearing like dope sneakers. Everybody else was wearing shit kickers and cowboy hats and shit. But I was living that lifestyle for 6 whole years. 5 to 6 years, I should say. I would say 5. And and I left from there. I came to Florida. That's where that's when we all made the connection.
Yeah.
And I found that everything was moving slow. Everything was moving slow in Miami because I felt like at the time everybody was subjected to like one sound, and they was just trying to ride this one wave, But like I wasn't, I still got love for my city, man. But it's like, damn, sometimes you need to venture out of your comfort zone to get to achieve like another level in yourself, as I would say,
Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like I said, like I've been doing the rap thing for so damn long. Like everybody knows, by now, obviously.
They have a culture down there.
Yeah, and it's weird because like other states and other like places and cities, like you hear about like multiple like artists or producers or whatever it may be. It could be like the best damn grocery bagger on the east side or whatever. But you always yeah, you always hear like other people having like other places having multiple people make it, and it's like it's hard like coming from Florida, and I still don't understand why, but it's
It's a tough
really hard
crowd.
to explain.
It's a tough
Yeah,
crowd. You go to any venue out there, and I went to many. Trust me, I went to many
yeah,
venues. Though that is a tough crowd. Like I think the thing is like there's a lot of more, there's more open mics, and when you go to open mics, you're performing for the competition, and there's no point performing for the competition. Like I think there should be like a formula, because there's formulas that some of these artists need to like get hip to. I can't give the sauce to everybody, but like there's a formula that could that surpasses just always going to open mics. Because when you go to open mics in Miami, you know only the strong survive, man. Like like there's
yeah.
a tough crowd, man. They will not budge. They will not budge. They will not budge.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like I said, like it's hard to explain. And I know there's, it's more about, once I got older, I also knew that, it's about who you know than what you know, because you could be the best rapper alive. I mean, there's so many underrated rappers now that don't get enough credit, and producers too. And then it takes like, like one song or with somebody featured, or you produce one song for one artist or a specific artist or a specific audience, and then it's like boom, everything that you wanted is finally coming true. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's definitely it's weird. Down here is weird. Like I've been doing it since I was 17. I turned 34 in November. I've been doing this for a long time. So that's the whole reason why I took a break. I did my last two mixtapes for last year and this year, or no, 2018, and then this year.
Man, you
And then
make
I
some
did
dope
my
joints too. Like you make
I
some dope.
appreciate
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
I remember. I remember.
I've gotten good, and the thing is, I mean, I've gotten better, I should say. Not everybody will respect what you do, but I mean, I've gotten better, and then like I stuck with it, and it became like just more of like the passion. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like breaking out and becoming famous and getting all this money and all this crap like that shit died a long time ago, because I was like, if you're not putting up the money and you don't know the people and you're not doing shows and you're not like going to the clubs promoting and you don't have a manager, the list goes on and on. People just think like you just make something and like you become famous. I mean, it happens, but I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
happening to everybody, or else we'd all be rich and doing what we love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
be filthy rich. But like the thing is with I'll tell you from my experience. For me, like when I came out here, only a handful of people knew who I was. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
And
yeah,
one of the particular artists that I ran into, Rome Streets. You know,
mhm,
he's one of the top tier rappers out here in New York City. Like
okay,
everybody knows this guy. Matter of fact, I would have to say everybody like everybody in my team, the Walkers.
yeah,
We that's my collective that I'm a part of. Is like everybody is a boss at that table, respectively. They
facts,
got their own ventures, but we all meet together and we got our own. I don't want to call it fraternity or anything like that, but we got our own brotherhood where we have a meeting of minds. You know what I'm saying? Have workshops. We do music together. Stuff of that nature, man. Top tier lyricism. Like
yeah.
in one camp, man. Like can't stress it any more than what it is. But
Yeah, it's important to have a good following and a good backbone, like a good support system. Like shout outs to Angel and Nino.
mm,
Them my boys. I've been like, you go through my SoundCloud, you see his rap name is Trace. You see him in like every fucking song.
that's
And the
dope.
thing is, like, he's consistent and he's always working and he's always pushing and he's always asking and he's always doing. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes you need that, because a lot of people don't understand that, like, in things like what we do, since we're like musically inclined,
Uh-huh.
there's times where you hit these plateaus, dog, and you're like, what am I even doing this anymore for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have these questions and these doubts and stuff like that, and like I try to surround myself with people that are like always gonna push you. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to the
Challenging.
point where, yeah, not to the point where it's obsessive, but it's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got what you need.
It
You know,
becomes a
you're
drug
not.
though. It becomes a drug for me though. Like I get when I realize that if you're going down the same path and somebody say you have a friend that's a little bit better off than you are,
Mm,
but more knowledgeable. It don't even have to be better off like financially, just more knowledgeable. It could be anything. It could be the one up, but it don't have to be the one up because they're actually giving you game, so you could be in
yeah,
the same level with them. That shit is a drug because when you meet people like minded like that, then you keep proceeding and meeting people like that. What type of person you become within the next 5 years? You know, like you
yeah,
know, like that's if you apply it now. Apply the right game that you get.
facts, yeah. Because the thing is, sometimes a lot of people don't know what they have in front of them until it's like too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if that, like, you can name like, uh I don't know, this the first person that comes to mind, is Drake. Drake
Right.
could do music with anybody, but he has a producer, and he's been his producer since the jump, like the very, very start.
For
And
the 40 cat, right?
yeah, yeah, and then they come out with dope shit, like dope records, like all the time. And it's like, you surround yourself with somebody that's able to give you
Give it a
and
formula.
bless you. Yeah, they bless you with the foreground, because he's a rapper and that's a producer, but a rapper needs a producer and a producer needs a rapper. It's a never ending loop. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
if
Freddie
you
Gibbs
s-
and
if
Madlib.
yeah, like, if you surround yourself with somebody like that, that's always, consistent and being able to give you, the shit that you need, and that extra inspiration, it's always gonna work. That it will never not work. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Word.
they've been doing it for so long, and he continues to just come out with shit, even if it's raw, if it's a stupid dance song, like he did currently. It works, it sells, it makes numbers, it puts money in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? But it's about having that foundation with somebody, or even like you said, you got your family with you, and your friends and your homeboys, and it's like, these are my dudes that, if I need something, or we're in here to do business or do some work, you know what I'm saying, like that, like, I know that we can get it done. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going down the block and holding up a sign and some Timberlands, like, I will produce for every rapper, and just hopefully think that the greatest rapper comes, hops off the fucking 26 bus and is like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
I'm here to apply, you know?
we could get to a funny story on that too. That's funny that you even mentioned that. Like, well, the Timberland boot and I produced. We
Yeah.
we could get to something like that if you want later.
Hey, hey, just remind me. Just remind me. Um, I want to
Got
touch on the
stuff.
fact. I want to touch on the fact that you told me that you grew up here in Florida,
That's
like me,
correct. That's correct.
and then you made the move to Brooklyn.
Hmm.
Um, what's is there any particular reason behind that? Is there, like, you don't have to get too deep, but
Well, I mean,
what?
for me, it was like too many people, too many informative people, and too many people was telling me that I was too good and I need to come to New York. People out here would like
Mm,
take my music and rock with it, and they wasn't even joking, man. But when I got out here, I ended
mm,
up like I ended up working with people I would never thought I would work with. Like I didn't like I came out of here out of bland fate. I came out of Florida with Nathan, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Like I didn't have shit. Like
Mm,
like I was at a bad time of my life, man. Like I didn't have jack shit for myself. Not even a license. You dig?
yeah, yeah.
So it was like, even the people that I didn't know nobody out here either. People know I knew a certain amount of people because I already made music with people in New York already from Florida.
Mm,
And that was the only lifeline I had to like open up the doors for me to meet other people. but like I took everything. I just walked by faith, man, and not on some spiritual shit. Like on some, I was like, damn, what do I have to lose?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm well in my 30s. I mean, like I have a daughter. Like what better thing I could do better than make beats? Like
yeah. That's what you do.
and if I see that the algorithm wasn't working for me in my hometown at the time, that I wanted it to, I mean, the pace wise that I'm talking wise, because I was still getting good reception back home. I was getting love. Don't get it. I'm not going to make it seem like I wasn't getting love, but it was like, so people wasn't committing all the way I wanted to commit. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted it so bad. And I'm not discrediting nobody's hunger for how bad they wanted to make this shit into a career. Not to be famous, but to have something that they love to do as a career. You know what I'm saying? Self-made shit.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
because that's
go ahead.
That's basically what we, because like the thing is, like in the professions that we're doing, like we aimed for and we're still aiming for, even though I'm doing the podcasting thing, like a part of me will always be an artist, will always be a rapper. I continue to make music. I help people make music. They come to the studio, they record at my house. I appreciate it again, dog. And then like it's like you have that drive, because like to touch back on what we were talking about earlier, it's just like like I've hit those plateaus where it's like I put my studio up for sale, Craigslist and everything. I spent thousands of dollars on equipment, and I've been buying beats like all the time. Like if I could tell you how much money I spent on beats, I could probably buy a car. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been doing it for a long time.
And you know when it all falls down to, when you're all done with the creativity part. And it's not just like just networking on the internet with social media and getting a website. Those are like notches. Those are like, okay, those are like something to check off on the checklist. The ultimate, I'll give one piece of the sauce. And it's real simple because it's common sense. It's a PR. A PR will make anything happen for you. A public relations person will get you situated in the right place, and you will get heard, and the people will choose whether to fuck with you or not. People will get you get most placements. You get most placements on the radio, and like Shade 45, for instance, or Hot 97. All those placements, you could get those through PRs. PRs will set you up with dope photographers, with magazines, with people that do like, what I'm saying? Like Fader magazine.
Yeah.
Maxim, Hip Hop DX. I have like I got like through PR now. I got video, my video on shown on Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
The shit with that I got done with Planet Asia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's like a chain of things that you have to do. Like
yeah. Because like I said, like coming from, especially from my side, being an artist and a rapper, it's like especially now in technology in like today's world, like it's not about making CDs and just passing them out at the store or the club or wherever the place may be. It's like people get noticed and people get record deals just by posting stuff online, and like not everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go back, and I'll take Jose for an example. Trilogy, he is by far one of the best MCs that I know. Like I'm not saying that to be biased, and I'm not saying that because he's my dog.
He's
dope.
He's talented.
Yeah, he's a beast. And the thing is, he is atrocious with social media. He fucking hates social media. He hates having to go on, post this, post that, hashtag this, hashtag that. He the guidelines and the rules, and especially like now with Facebook and everything, like you have rules, you have to follow this, you have to follow that, or you get banned, or your content won't even get put on there, stuff like that. But he hates it with a passion, and I be telling him, I'm like, bro, like, if you want stuff to pop off and you want to gain traction, you're gonna have to get in the routine, like in the grind of like posting these things on every platform that you can.
It's like drinking water.
Yeah, it's like breathing air. I'll take it a step further.
And
It's something that just comes natural. Like, I hate Twitter. Like, I don't use Twitter at all. I thought Twitter was cool when I was like 17.
I don't like Twitter either, but I use it still because I have to. Like.
Yeah, you said it before I did. Like, like, I just, like, if you literally go on my Twitter, like, and you scroll down my newsfeed, it's just like everything that has to do with my music and my podcast. Like, I don't go on there and say anything else. It's just links to my Spotify, SoundCloud, website, Facebook. That's it. Like, I don't go on there to converse with nobody. I don't have a big following. I think I have like maybe like 800 something followers, which ain't, which is something, but it ain't much. But it ain't 800 million as much as I want it to be. But I hate it, and I hate it. And he never got into the groove of that. And like, I tell him, I'm like, bro, like, when you get done with school, because shout out to Jose, he's going to school, he's doing the whole nursing, I think, or
I remember he was telling me that once upon a time, like that's what he was embarking for.
Yeah, I forgot exactly, and he's probably gonna kick my ass and text me. He's like, "How could you forget?" But he's doing something in the health and wellness field, and he's been studying his ass off. He's been going to school, classes, and everything like that for like the past couple of years. And like, just recently, I think he was taking the big test to like actually get into it. And then I told him, like, well, once you hit that milestone and you have more time, to get in the booth and record, I'm like, make as much shit as you can and put it everywhere. I said, bro, because you're in that category, in that league of like being very lyrical. Like, you are like what I would like to be, even though I'm semi-lyrical. I'm just there to tell a story. Like, I'm more of a conscious rapper. I'm more of like the laid back.
As long as your raps got that sauce and substance, the two S's,
yeah.
You're good, man. I'm telling you, that's the secret to being to being that guy. You have to have sauce and substance. You gotta make your shit sound fly, and you gotta like have some substance behind those words.
Yeah, that's basically that's
nothing to it.
Yeah, it makes sense though, because like I said. Yeah, because it's not easy, and then you expect you have to get on like all these things, and you have to like add everything, hashtags, you have to make videos. Like, I've been rapping for, like I said, since I was 17. I've made like 2 music videos, bro.
I'll put the fucking I'll put all my hashtags in the notes and just copy and paste. You see, this life hacks. You got to think outside the box.
That boy cheating.
No, I'm just keeping it a stack. There's always a way around shit. And it takes, and guess what? It takes away 5 minutes of my life. 1 second takes, that 1 second of 2 button clicks takes 5 minutes of my life. Oh, it takes, it don't subtract anything from me. It like just understanding ways. Everything has a hack around it. I'm not saying everything is a shortcut. I'm not trying to give that energy that, hey, everything is a shortcut. Nah. But certain things like that, you could definitely shortcut around. Like that.
Yeah, because my boy does it too. My boy does it too. Trace does it. He I forgot how he told me. It was a story. I think he met somebody that is a promoter or something like that, and she was giving him tips, and she told him the same thing. She's like, get a notepad out and write some hashtags, and then like every other week, change like a couple or add a couple different ones to like what's trending, or what's this and what's that or whatever, add it to the tail end, and then just copy and paste it on top of whatever you said for the caption, and then post it and go about your day. So I know it is, but it just gets annoying to me. Like, I fucking hate doing it, even though I should be.
I don't know. That's like, and for me, there's a thin line, because like for the trending part, that's where they got me, because I'm not like I wouldn't be the guy to go for the trends. Like for instance, if I was to go and put up a beat video, a beat promo video, right? I wouldn't like put like Black Lives Matter just for the fact because it's trending. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's corny as fuck. I wouldn't do, because that beat has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Why would I do that? For the algorithm? That's it's like the clout chasing. There's a lot of dudes that clout chase, like, and take it to a new level.
Yeah.
But it do work. That tactic do work though. That's the scary part.
I've had homeboys do it. Like, I've had homeboys that were rappers.
It's not even a clout chase. It's like a double-edged sword almost, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, you're doing it to get put in the algorithm, and it works because people do search like what's trending right now. Let's say, like, Kim Kardashian had twins or some shit, like, and then they would put like inside of there, it'd be like, Kim Kardashian twins, da da da, and then like the song has nothing to do with either or, and it's just like, what the fuck, like, what are we doing here right now? But it does work though. It's a tactic. It's a business tactic because there's so many people doing it because it works. You get put in that algorithm that everybody's searching, and then the system picks it up, and then boom, your video or song or link or whatever will be put in those searches, and then that's how you gain traction. You could put honest, hashtags, and you might only get 90 views, and then you put like some BS on it, and the next thing you get 5,000 views.
Imagine the song, yo, I'm gonna slap a bitch, and then you see like Northwest at the end of the hashtag, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some wild shit. I can see it now. I can see it now, bro. I can see that shit now, bro.
Oh man. Let's touch back on producing before we move on to the next subject. Was it difficult to learn to produce, like, to get where you're at now, like, as good as you are, and at what you do? Like, was it hard? Was it like something that you had to like progressively learn, or was it just like something that just like like butter, it just came out and it was like, I'm good at this shit?
You're gonna laugh at me, man, but it took me 20 years to actually fully commit to learn and make a beat. I'd been trying for 20 from 2001 to I would say 2014.
That's a long time.
But I wouldn't say 20 years, but like, it's damn near 20 years. Like
let's just say 15.
Just say or we look at the whole overall aspect that I'm still a student in this shit. I'm I'm still learning, so we could say it's 20-year max.
Yeah.
Like, I still feel like I'm a student to this shit. Like, I'm still learning. You'll be surprised, man. Every day I learn a new trick. I'm telling you.
Facts.
And then if I have like a producer buddy, and I have stepped in a room with some legendary producers and watched them work, and they let me shadow behind them. Pause. Like, no, for real. Like, to make that clear, I don't know. There's not heavy out there in Florida. They don't really be like throwing the pause out there like that, right?
Sometimes,
but not rapping.
Oh my! I still say no homo. So I mean, shout out to Lil Wayne.
It's mega over here. Over here is rapid fire on guard, like no lacking, no lacking with that. Yes, no lacking. Pause. If it even is a fraction of sketchiness, they're gonna call you on it.
Pause.
Yeah. Or if the words just don't feel right with you saying it, they have to pardon. They pardon themselves. Yeah,
I dig it. I dig it.
It was the funniest thing I've ever seen, because given that I'm from Florida, when I came here, I seen it. I was like, oh my god, this shit is hilarious, because they're really militant with it. But let's get back to the producer part. Like I'm still a student in this shit, man. It's not a time where I don't go and seek information to learn a new trick to apply it to my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you always got to get new tricks for your arts. You don't want to be a one-trick pony,
Facts, yeah. That's the same thing too with me, like with music. Like I said earlier in past podcasts, my brother was my producer. So I'd go there, I'd write my 16
That's dope.
or do my 2 songs, and then I'm on the Xbox and I'm vibing. I don't gotta do shit
He's
else.
still chopping it up? Is he still chopping it up?
No, unfortunately, my little brother got older. He got a wife. He's got a kid now, so he kind of like put it down to rest. He put it to rest uh after our sister passed away. He put it to rest after that. And then yeah, I took a break too, but then I got back in it. Like that's a whole nother story. Like I had epiphany, I had a dream about her and stuff, and it was like it was so scary, it was almost real. You know what I'm saying? And then like that's like how I got back into, you know, that I'll touch on that in another episode or later. But
yeah.
and then like, you know, he was my producer, and then I would, you know, our producer for the group, and then like I'd make my songs, and then I'd go chill and vibe, and then, you know, holla at your boy, come back tomorrow, do it again. And it was that way for, you know, a long time. And then when we all took a break, and I was like, dog, I wanna get back into rapping. So, you know, I bought my speakers, my mic and interface and computer, the whole shebang. And I didn't know how to record. I was literally sitting there like, where do I start? You know, and I had to learn everything over again. Like, not even over again. I had to learn everything from scratch. Like from using Pro Tools, recording, editing, mixing, master. I'm still learning how to mix and master to this day. And like you said, yeah, like you said, you just learn something new every day. You know, you go on YouTube or, you know, IG, or, you know, you follow some producers, you know, here and there, whatever. You read online, you know, like certain programs you're using.
Necessary, man.
Yeah, and you learn something new every day.
Whatever, by any means, man.
Yeah, so I can dig what you're saying about, you know, learning things new every day. Like, you know, same thing here with the podcast. You know, like I never did a podcast in my damn life, so I'm like researching, like, you know, videos from like Joe Rogan, and, you know, I'm watching Joe.
I watch Joe Rogan. I watch Joe Rogan. I watched him today, this morning, by the way. Like, I was watching like CM Punk shit.
So like
unathletic.
I try my dog. He's an awesome professional. I'm still a big fan of professional wrestling. For those who don't know, I'm a big ass G. He was an awesome wrestler. UFC, not so much. But I give him respect for even doing it. That's what people need to understand. Yeah, you are going in there and you are professionally getting your ass beat. Like, you know, you're gonna get into a fight with somebody that knows how to, like, they know how to kill people, bro. Like, let's just put it like that. They know how to kill people. These
motherfuckers is like humbly whooping your ass. Like,
yeah, then they whoop your ass, and then they shake your hand and hug you at the end of the match, knowing damn well you're like, dog. Yeah, you gotta hold that. Like, you gotta leave the ring, then you gotta walk past everybody.
Them niggas are probably your fans. They're your fans, and you just like shitted on their whole life. Like, why did you come here, bro?
You're leaving. Your nose is fucked up. Your eyeballs hanging out, and then, like, you know, it's like, bro, what am I doing here? And then not only that, I think he did it like 2 or 3 times. Like, he had 2 fights, I think. Like, you know, he was actually trying. You know, so I respect him for that. But
Joe Rogan was blazing him, but, like, you know. Anywho, like,
yeah, Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan, dog. That man lights that blunt and he goes the fuck off, you know. And that's what's crazy too. Like, we'll touch on that real quick, and then we'll move on to the next subject, since, you know, we're talking about, you know, Joe, because he intrigues me so much, you know. Pause. The thing is, like, I look to him, like, his evolution, like, you know, from when he first started, like, you know, TV and being a TV host, and then, you know, comedian, and then, you know, he started doing the whole UFC thing, and then he has many lists. Yeah, he knows he evolved. Like, his evolution is like really, it's mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? It's like how he can touch certain things. You know, it's like, you know, you woke up one day, you're like, oh, that's the same guy who does Fear Factor. What the hell is he doing in UFC? And then boom, he became like a staple for UFC. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like the man right there. Sort of like Bruce Buffer with boxing. You know, let's get ready to rum. You know, that became a staple in boxing. So, like, and then to take that
by himself, like, as a forefront face for UFC, low key.
Yeah, and then, like, boom, you know, he switches it on you. Now he starts a podcast, and now he's the #1 podcast in the world.
We're gonna get carried away if we start talking about like,
yeah. Shout out to Joe Rogan. If this ever gets to your ass, holla at your boy. I fucks with you heavy, bro. Um,
Probably
what
would.
what what we kind of touched on it earlier, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. What are your favorite type of beats to make? Like, what really gets you going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your creative juices just going like crazy. Like, yeah, this that shit, and like, you know what I mean? Like,
I would say that I used to go to soul samples, like those were like my go-tos at first, man. But like my shits nowadays, man, my shits nowadays gotta go with I go for the obscurity, man. I try to go with obscure,
mhm.
like foreign, everybody goes for foreign records, yeah, but it gotta have a different swing. It has like a crime feel, like a crime cinematic feel, Like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's a score. Like I like to like the way I've been making my beats lately. It sounds like a score for like a black exploitation film, or a crime drama or some shit. You feel me? Like that's the type of
yeah, yeah.
that's the type of sound that I go for. Then and then I can switch it up and go soulful. I've been known out here actually to have no, like on some Bruce Lee shit. I have no. I have no form. I take many forms. You know what I'm saying? I could do like the drill sound, the new drill sound that these young boys are doing. I could do the trap. I could do the boom bap. I could do like practical boom bap, the shit that Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole would rap over type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I hate using that word type shit. I even have a
Type
YouTube
shit.
beat saying type shit.
Type
I said
shit. Ah!
I said Rome Street type beat, and I produce for this guy, and that's the comedy part of it. That's what makes this shit funny. So
Yeah, I get you.
I'll
I
put it
get
out
you.
there. I'll put it out there. So, but he told me to do it, so I'm like, okay. Anyways, so I go for obscurity. My shit's like lately I've been trying to like I'm looking for that cinematic feel. You dig?
Yeah, that to me, cause like my last mixtape that I did, like I went kind of the same route. Like I wanted to like tell a story, but I wanted my shit to be dark, bro. Like like shit that people never really heard. Like, like when people listen to my stuff, it's like I hit every like kind of genre. Like I've done like hip hop, I done like pop rap, I done features, I done, songs with hooks, girls on the hooks, songs about girls, songs about clubs, the whole nine. But I never really dug deep like into like what I wanted to address was like depression, drug abuse, just trials and tribulations, like some deep shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not as deep when you listen to it, but you can get the feel just from the beats. Like if I sent you every beat that's on that mixtape, you will get the feeling like some shit's about to happen. Like, you know what
So
I'm saying? Like,
what would you do? What would you want to? What would make you want to go and do like just an EP, like 4 or 5 songs? Would you do it?
yeah, that was well, I call it a mixtape. It was actually an EP. It was 9 songs, not counting a skit.
That's an EP.
So like, yeah, so I mean, I had an intro and I had an outro. It was telling a story. I had a skit in the middle. Shout out to my boy Martinez. Martinez got jokes. He did a voicemail skit. Like the voicemail itself was like telling, like when you're hearing it for the first time, it's like he left me a voicemail saying that everybody was talking about me, saying I was seeing people and ghosts and hearing voices, and I'm always solo. I'm not fucking with people, and he was basically checking on me, but he was roasting me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because he's also, he's a comedian, so it makes sense. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to like do some different shit. And like every beat that I looked for, that I bought, that I leased or whatever for that mixtape, not counting like maybe like I think 2 songs on there kind of like there are songs about other things than what the main focus was, like, just being dark and stuff like that. So majority of the mixtape was like cinematic beats, like uplifting, like, like climatic fucking like beats. Like it would start off slow and then like it would get to a point where like I had to
Like a nice
change my
build up,
lyrics. Yeah,
build
like I
up
had
and
to
a switch
change
up.
my yeah, I had to change my lyrics. And like, like, but the thing is, like, how you say like some cinematic beats and stuff like that give you that feeling. Like it put me in a zone to
Hen-
like create what I wanted to create. You know what I'm saying?
hence, I'm a student of the Mad Lib, the J Dillers, the Ninth Wonders. Like, man, like I'm like lately I've been loop digging like a motherfucker, but I have my ways to deal with the loops. I don't make it repetitive. I have my own little twist that I do to it. I have my own little thing. Sometimes if it's just too good of a loop, I just let it rock. So you find a good loop, you find some shit. You get a whole feeling out. It'll give the MC more room to breathe and talk his shit. You feel me?
Yeah, facts.
You know, like
Because
go ahead.
because anybody can make a boom boom ch, boom boom ch, add some fucking keys and then it's a beat. You know what I'm saying? Like when, especially like us, like people like us, like you're a producer, I'm an artist. Like people like us, we have an ear for the music. You know what I'm saying? Like for the quality of what we're looking for, what we're putting out there.
That. Yeah. Sometimes it's beyond a boom boom bap. You know, like
yeah.
Sometimes you don't even need it. You can like on some sampling type shit. You can even just use this. Like a lot of dudes say this before. A lot of producers say this shit. But you can use the drums that's in the sample. If you chop it right, you could play it. You could damn near just finger drum and just come up with a beat itself as long as you just hit on key. You know, kick snare. You know, that's a little sauce right there for anybody who's listening out there. Like that right there would like put you in the pocket right there. Like as far as like exploring different sounds and the way when you chop samples down, the way the beginning might be the end of the loop. You know what I'm saying? You could put the beginning at the end. You could put the end at the beginning. You put the middle in the beginning if you want. Whatever you want to do. Whatever sounds good. It's whatever. However your fingers dance on that shit, as I would call it. You know, that's how I say it. If my fingers feel like they're dancing that way, that's how it's gonna dance. All I'm saying is with these beats, as a producer, it's my mission to like make sure that I create a pocket for the MC to like really speak his pain, speak his piece on record, on wax. You know what I'm saying? Like I inspire to be a legend down there as well and over here. I want to make a good name for Broward County and Dade County. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
I should slap some females out there. You know what I'm saying? Like even for them, bro.
Even for them, bro. Even for them bitches over there.
Jupiter get a little love too, man. Like, you know, like
all of South Florida.
Yeah, man, pretty much, man. Like I gotta do it because like it can't be just subjected only to like, you know, Rick Ross. There's guys in South Florida that's doing great things, bro. I'll name one producer, for instance, Just Incredible Sounds. He's doing great things. He just did a song. Well, I think he has a song with Trey. Not Trey Songz, is it? No, not Trey Songz. What's buddy that had the quarantine on lock? Let's go.
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez. He has a song with Tory motherfucking Lanez. You know, and he's been doing this thing. I've seen this guy do records with AZ. I seen him do records with people, you know? So it's like,
yeah.
And he's one of the people that inspired me to actually get into beats. Him, Zilla Sounds, my cousin that I mentioned earlier, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, believe it or not, my little brother was making beats before I was. He was 12 making beats for, I'm about to blow your mind right now. My little brother was making beats for XXXTentacion and Famous Dex. You know, like,
wow,
before there was even popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
In my mom's living room.
Shout outs to moms for letting them do it.
Yeah, man, like real spit, man. Like so like music runs in my family mostly. So like it's inevitable. One of us gotta go. one of us gotta
Yeah.
make a mark, you know.
Yeah, one of us got to blow. That's how it was with me. Like me and my little brother and my cousin, we would just, because my little brother was the one who came to me about rapping. Like I just didn't wake up one day. I was like, hey, I want to be the next, Eminem or Drake or some shit. And like he came to me and was like, at 15 years old, and he was like, hey, I heard you are trying to like, start a studio or whatever like that. He's like, I've been practicing.
Mhm.
Like, practicing what? Softball, baseball, football? He's like, nah, man, I'm practicing rap. And I was like, bro, you can't rap. And then what's crazy is seeing his evolution when we got older, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years go by. And he was actually, to this day, I say, like, in our group, we had 3 people. Shout out to my cousin Reno and shout out to my brother Ricky.
Yeah, man.
We yeah, we all started, and his evolution, like from when he first started, it wasn't even bad when he first started. Like I didn't say, I never honestly thought that. I was like, bro, you trash, or like you suck.
Wow,
Like
that's the
he
seeds
blew
being planted, though. Those are the seeds.
yeah, he blew me away with like what he was saying. I was like, yo, that sounds really good. And he was like, bro, he's like, don't be biased. I'm like, bro, I'm not. Like that shit is kind of good. Like you sounds like you've been doing it for a long time. It's like I just started. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I've always been a poet. I used to write a lot, growing up and shit like that. So like it kind of plays hand in hand. So like, watching him grow and grow up, and then like he just kept getting better and better and better and better. And then he ended up being like my favorite rapper. As corny as that sounds, like he became like my favorite rapper.
That's
like
fine, man. Like
my
favorite rapper was my cousin too. At one point in time, man, because I ventured out and I've seen some wild shit, man. But like my cousin, same like you, man. Like I used to rap at first. I used to freestyle, whatever. I had a cousin, that shout outs to him, J Rock Demologist. Although he probably hates my guts right now, but I still love you, man. Like he's
all love.
He's out there in Hollywood, Florida, by the way, man. You guys should check him out, man. By the way, man, check him out. Like his shit is fly, man. This cousin, me and him used to rap when we were in middle school, back and forth. He was the first person I actually had the nerve to battle, but I couldn't battle nobody. I used to chicken out. I used to talk like Eminem, and but I was a real good rapper though. I like, not as far as like writing, but when it comes to like off the top freestyle, off the top of the head, off the dome,
yeah,
I could rap circles around niggas that like people be like, oh wow, this guy is a great rapper. I was like, oh yeah, but he can't freestyle off the top of his dome though, right here and now. Like I was that guy, but I never battled nobody. I just knew how to freestyle real good. I just knew how to stay on subject. Like, you know how it is when you about to stumble off a freestyle. If you find a way to just bridge on. You bridge on, and that's when you build that continuous flow. It's like some Dragon Ball shit, man. It's like that Ultra Instinct shit, man. You just shit that just slides off your shoulder, and you just keep going, man. That's like, it's like a whole nother level, a layer as an MC. And that's another thing that helped me as a producer as well.
What's that?
Like understanding,
freestyling?
Understanding the MC, understanding the like how the MC works, what they like, what they don't like. There's a lot of producers that's disconnected from the artist itself, because there's a lot of producers that's talented, but they don't get out as much to go in and network with people. Just really go out and talk to people and be like, hey man, like, oh, you dope, oh, we could probably build up a good chemistry. You never know who you might meet, man. You might meet your best fucking friend, your best man at your wedding, for all you know, because you and them build like a good chemistry. It'll be like the Mega Powers without the beef. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. No, you did not just hit me with a wrestling pun.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I just like, it is what it is. Like.
Nah, that was a dope comparison though. I dig it because Mega Powers is my shit.
Yeah,
but that just caught me off guard.
The Mega Powers without the beef. Like that's what it is, man. Like, man, look, man.
I hear you.
I
hear you.
I love this shit.
Yeah, that's why we still doing it, bro. I love this shit.
But
I'm gonna ask you some top 3 questions.
Go for it.
Since you're from Florida, I'm gonna ask you who your top 3 favorite rappers from Florida.
From Florida.
No particular order. It could be dead or alive, anybody, but if they gotta be from Florida.
And you know what? I'm gonna keep it legendary. You know why? Because I'm gonna keep it legendary. You know, because I've rooted myself in Florida for a very long time. I'm very familiar with a lot of artists. I personally know Florida legends. Actually, I know JT Money. I know Poison Clan, and I could go back to even that. But they're not like the top spitting MCs right now. You know, the top guy got to be Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna say that, but damn, I don't want to make this into a dragged out thing. I want to stay on subject with you because I was about to say that shit got to change, man.
Keep it short. Get it out.
It got to change. No hate to Ross. I love Ross. I just feel like that shit got to change because there's a lot of dope MCs in Florida, and I might have came across a few. I might not even grab their names, but I knew I came across a lot of dope ass rappers at venues. You know, like just over the years, and I know that they like. I don't understand why nobody is actually taking the next step to the next level. That's why I'm gonna like make sure that whatever I do with my platform, I'm gonna like build on that. But that's another story for another time. We're gonna talk on that on our own personal.
Yeah.
But like let's go with Ross number 1. Number 2, man, I have to say my boy Bruno Mali.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I heard a little bit of him.
Bruno Mali.
Because I got people like you that dig deeper than, I hate to say it again, but that dig deeper than just Ross and Trick and stuff like that. Like they actually like listen to like other people that may not be in the spotlight, or they're just like they're just at the brisk of like getting there. They got the clout, they got the name, but it's just like it's not at the peak. So like I got put on a lot of newer stuff lately. But I remember him because I actually saved some of his music, so I know him.
You know the funny thing about him? You know how I know about him? I was sick when I was used to staying in Hollywood. I could see this motherfucker walking down the sidewalk every day, rapping every goddamn day. Like, and at the time I was like a fresh producer. I just like I already was like, I wasn't even living in Hollywood. I was just there visiting, and I seen this guy. I was like, yo. One day I walked to the store. I walked right behind him, and I was gonna go get a Dutch, and he went and grabbed the Dutch too. I was like, yo, bro, what's your name, man? Oh, Bruno Mali. You know what I'm saying? He told me his own name, and I was like, yo, you like I gave him the whole talk. We chopped it up. We exchanged information and shit. I sent him some beats. You know what I'm saying? That's how I found out about Bruno Mali. I seen him live and direct spitting his bars down the sidewalk. So and then after that, the funny thing is I heard he started writing for Future. Then after that, I seen him in a video with Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. So
that boy evolved like Charizard.
No, it happened so quick because it was like when I met him, this is what he told me. This is the funny part. He was like, yo, man, I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna be big, man. So, just fuck with me. I was like, yeah, I fucks with you. I see what you do. I don't even care about all of that. I seen you walking here every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's how me and him met. So shout outs to Bruno Mali, man.
For real.
Yeah, man. So third, man, this is gonna be a tough one, man. It's gonna be a tough one, man.
Who you got to close it out?
Oh man. Because there's gonna be a toss up between I gotta say it's gonna have to be a toss up between my man's J-Rock the Mologist, my cousin that I was mentioned earlier, or my man Jose did, man. Because Jose got some bars. You ain't capping on that.
Man, I can't wait for him to just be like, yo, I'm done with school. got my job, bro. I'm ready to get in it because he like me because I helped. I didn't
I don't
necessarily
hear
help, but
otherwise.
like
I don't hear otherwise. I don't hear a lot of like. There's a lot of battle rappers and shit like that, but like I don't hear nobody with any substance, man. Like it's like I hear guys they're really good performers. You dope too.
Yeah.
Don't get twisted. You said top 3, so you if anything you in the top 5, top 10.
oh, you ain't gotta put me in there, bro.
You
But I appreciate
you should
it.
have done better with a 3. Because I could vouch for what, because I know a few underground artists in Miami, Broward, that are doing their thing. Like I said, like hands down.
But we could do top 3. Then you can give me an honorable mention too, without me included. How about that? So we get a top 5.
Oh, that's cheap.
I try to keep it 3 so we can keep it short and sweet because I got more. I got.
3's cool. Because we got more questions and stuff like. Damn, like I said, like it's a toss up, man. It's gonna be like the shared rookie of the year type shit, like Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, man. It got to be a shared between those two, man. I don't know because I think because if you hear J Rock because I heard both of them, and if you hear both of them, they both got the same bounce. They both got the same ferocity. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to really articulate it, but yeah, man.
They got a lot of similarities. You know, they're kind of like almost like now I'm trying to compare them.
We gotta give a shout out to Hip Hop Junkie, man. She's also a Florida native, man. That's out there. Is heavy in the hip hop scene, man. You guys should if you're not familiar with her, man, you guys should get really familiar with her, man. She's good peeps, man. She does good graphic designs. She's very very connected, very informative, very dope individual.
Facts. I'm gonna write that down right now, as a matter of fact. In my little podcast book, bro. I'm real professional over here, bro. Now give me your top 3 New York rappers. Dead or alive, whatever.
Right now?
Doesn't matter. No. Yeah, right now. No order. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter. Just top 3 NY rappers.
Rome Streets, number 1. Bob Rock, number 2. And Benny the Butcher, number 3.
I like Butcher.
You know what I'm saying? My man.
I like that. I like that 3.
You know, don't get it twisted, man. They aware of us too. You know what I'm saying? Like like Butcher is dope though, man. Like my man's the first guy I mentioned, my man's Rome. He actually got a song with Benny.
Nice.
So and my man Bub Rock he's special. He's special. You should check him out if you have a chance, man. You know, just people to just tap into your podcast. I'm pretty sure that these are people that trust me. Once you get a listen of their shit, then you'll be like, okay, you'll be intrigued.
Yeah, I like see my cousin Sleepy, he does that shit to me too, man. He goes like on these like Pokemon Easter egg hunts, and he finds these like artists in Spotify, and he always links me with some new shit like every like I wouldn't say every month, like every few weeks. He'll be like, oh, check this guy out, or check this person out. He's kind of dope here. He's kind of dope here, or whatever like that. And like I'm always like hearing like new shit, but it's like I said, it's like those people that are like they got a following, they got their name out there, but they're just like not like fully blown out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? So like not everybody knows, but like when I hear them, it's like, damn, these motherfuckers is kind of dope. Like they're kind of dope, and I ended up saving their playlist or whatever like that. So like I can definitely dig on that. I'll get all everybody's information that you mentioned after the podcast. So I'm gonna write everything down and check them out. Your people is your family, all that.
I should have gave an honorable mention on them MCs as well. Dash's Clay.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I heard a little bit of them. Like the people that you named, like I've heard of them and I've listened to them. I just don't listen to them to like faithfully. They're not like my favorite as of yet, but like I've heard them or I've listened to them because like I
You're
said, my
aware.
cousin
You're
is
aware. You're aware.
yeah,
If any,
because my cousin is real deep. He's real deep in music too. He's like me though. Like we'll
you go
dissect
digging.
it and talk about it. Yeah,
Like,
we'll talk about it for hours.
like okay,
You
you
know?
look like if there's a West Side Gun. There's a deeper rabbit hole because
Yeah.
you know I ain't gonna say I don't want to say it like this because you know I get crucified for saying some shit like this, like given where I'm living and the pride that we carry.
Hmm.
But it's all love at the same time. Cause niggas done shout this out in the interview not too long ago. Like, but West Side Gun kind of he did. He resurrected some shit for us out here. He gave a lane for us, and it opened up a big rabbit hole for MCs and producers such as myself to do our thing and get recognized by Rosenberg and different platforms. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it opened up real doors. It had people paying attention. It had Rock Nation paying attention. It got different people like looking at the new guys. Although we the old guys that really just minding our business, and now people starting to look at us and you know. You heard
Take notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you heard Jay-Z and Jay Electronica album, right? For instance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You like to me, I felt like he adopted another MC's rap style in that album, Jay-Z. I felt like he took somebody else's like cadence. I don't want to say that that he's not Hove and he's not dope or anything like that, but he did adopt something because this came out around the time where they were all hanging out with each other now. And I don't know if you ever heard of a rapper called Mock Hami.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, you should get familiar with him. He's dope. He's a Haitian rapper. He does music with Alchemist. He does music with Jay-Z's starting to take notice of this dude right now. Like he's dope. Like he has a very elusive flow. He has a different bounce. But Jay-Z kind of like took some of that bounce, that Makami style of rhyming, and did it on the Jay Electronica album. And basically I feel like he created this persona called like Hotep J. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's to me. Like that's his shots. Like I feel like that's his Sasha Fierce. Like he on this liberation shit. But yeah, I can't knock the black man, man. I want to see, as long as you giving the right word, you good in my book. But like,
fact.
But like, that's the point that I'm trying to make. There's a deep hole where all these underground MCs and producers are being looked on, and some people are taking the bigger guys, the bigger fish. They're taking from them and using it on their shit, or taking their ideas, and you know what I'm saying? You like. They have a bigger.
No, I hear what you're saying. Like it, that's like the perfect example because even when we were growing up,
Drake.
Yeah, even when we were growing up, like how many times have we heard somebody sound like somebody else? You know what I'm saying, or vice versa.
A lot
exactly.
Of time.
I'll use Drake for an example. Drake had his own style and his own rap, and then boom, the Migos came out, and now you can't unhear Migos flow on Drake. Boom, he does a song with Future. Now you can't unhear Future on Drake. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like, I wouldn't say you're biting, but motherfucker, you're damn near close. And I know it's like a trend. And like it's what's hot now, so like I gotta do it, type deal or whatever. But it's like,
I mean, does he do it? Does he do it continuously, like without the Migos on the song?
Yeah, like he'll have some songs that have like a Migos flow, or have like a Future flow, or he'll do a song with the Migos and sound like the Migos. Or he'll do a song like, I'm not saying he's a biter, but I'm saying he's more of like the person that keeps up with.
That's definitely biting. That's definitely biting.
To an extent, because Jay-Z does the same shit.
I basically
Not
said
just
he was
with,
biting Makami. Like, shoot.
and he's not that's not the only person he's bitten.
Yep.
He's done
Numerous.
Biggie that way.
Mhm.
He's it gets deep. It's like it's
going
kind
on.
of like you're paying homage, but you're kind of like stealing that.
But you're taking the act. You're running with the act.
They're keeping up with the trend.
With that, you're running with that stick.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it too well, but it was that stick. You're running with it, and then
the shtick, yeah.
like Faction Bronson, like he naturally sounds like that though, man. But like he really does. But if you hear Ghost now, since he aged, and gained a little weight or whatever, they don't really sound alike anymore, but like they really did sound alike at one point in time,
Yeah, when Action first came out, when I heard him, I thought he was dope.
No, shout out to Ghost,
not simply, yeah, not just because he sounded like Ghost, and I also rock with Wu-Tang too when I was growing up. Yeah. Next to Juvenile 400 Degrees, I think it was Enter the W was my second album that I ever bought with my own money growing up as a kid. So
I'm a big Wu-Tang fan as well. Can I share a story with you? I don't even think I want to hold you up, but
no, you good.
I'm gonna share an interesting story because we're avid Wu-Tang fanning out. I feel like I'm bragging though. Like, so I recently got word that one of my beats landed on Ghostface's ear, and he really loves it. So
okay,
and then he mentioned that he was gonna get the chef on that shit.
Nice.
So that right there is like the ultimate. I don't know, like it's politics and but it's a definite. I sent the pack to this individual. He's in cahoots with them, and he lined me up well. And I think this is like one of those grail moments where I'd be like, damn, yo, like, because those guys, when you remember this, they were like superheroes for real. For me, when I was growing up,
yeah,
those guys were like superheroes.
I think what intrigued me the most about Wu-Tang was that there were so many, and they were all diverse as shit. Nobody sounded the same.
Nobody.
And you had so many of them, and the fact that they could just get on like any type of beat, or they could rap about any type of subject, and it would sound raw. Yeah. Like I'm a big anime, ninja fighting, all that. I'm into
too, man.
I'm into all of that. So like, when they did the whole like, whooshin style, and they had all the sound effects and the chops and the whole sound effects with like, with the fighters and the ninjas, and talking about the whooshin style and stuff like that. I grew accustomed to that, and I ended up liking them more because of that. Because at the time there was nobody really doing that. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nobody walking around claiming a 9-10 person rap group. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then to be doing what they were doing, like I said, they were so diverse, and like nothing sounded the same, and like all of it rocked. Like it slapped. Like I really liked all of their stuff. Like I said, the second album that I bought with my own money growing up was Enter the W. And that was the one album with the back and forth that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
the gravel pit.
And then that actually, because that was my first Wu-Tang album, even though they had already been out for a while before that got me into them, and ended up having me dig backwards and checking out their older shit. And then their older shit, it was like I found the golden ticket at the Willy Wonka factory. You know what I'm saying? It's like
album was the Purple Tape, man. Like, and that's when I went and dig backwards, and the Purple Tape was like the greatest shit that ever happened to me in my whole entire life.
Facts. After that, when I came across 36 Chambers, that's all that was in my JVC CD player back in the day. that was the only CD that I had in there, dog. Like I would not change that CD for the life of me, dog. Like everything else would be in my boombox in the house. Like when I'm going to the school or I'm riding my bike or you know what I'm saying, I'm doing whatever.
Right.
It was 36 chambers everywhere I went, bro. Like no bullshit.
Right.
Wu-Tang is definitely fire, dude. It's definitely fire. Last top 3 question, and then we'll get to the rapid fire questions for the ending. Top 3 favorite producers.
Madlib, Ninth Wonder. I have to say, whoa, Alchemist. Where I'm at.
Top 5. Fuck it. Top 5. You're already thinking about it too much. Go ahead. Keep going.
Alchemist. Who else? Oh man, I have to say MF Doom, man. MF Doom be having some shit.
Yeah, Doom is cool. Shout out to my boy Amir. He put me on Doom whiles ago.
Yeah, man. Like that. Like I think that's gonna be about it. I ain't gonna say Premiere. For Premiere, like yes, Premiere is dope, but like, you know, not all like all respect to the legend, man. Like it's not really no mind blowing shit. It's like, damn, this beat is very good and respectable, but like I'm thinking like some like planetary destruction type shit. Make my head explode when I hear this beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you. My next question. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make up my own question real quick. If you had to pick between Dilla and Ninth Wonder, who would you pick? Dilla over Ninth?
Yeah.
Because they're very similar too. Not too much, but like, you know, the
Dilla would have came up with another formula.
Facts. Yeah, because both of them are on a totally different level, and I love Alchemist. I'm glad you put Alchemist in there because that's another Jose compliment. Jose put me on a lot of Alchemist shit, you know, because back in the day we weren't buying beats, we were using people's beats, and that was before the whole type in such and such type shit on YouTube became the thing to look for beats, because back in the day we didn't have that, you know. We just was like looking up like instrumentals on Napster and like LimeWire and shit like that, like real old school shit. So
Derringer,
yeah,
a lot of dudes is dope right now, man.
Yeah, so he put me on to that shit. Alchemist is really dope because I liked the shit that he did with like Currency and stuff like that, and like Harry the Fraud and shit, you know, like those guys.
Harry Fraud
like,
is dope.
Yeah, they do like some sick shit. Like I love, thing is like with you, that's why like I gravitate towards you so much. It's like you do like the sampling and stuff. I've always been a fan of that. Like my biggest thing, like when I was making songs, like I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago, I always look for like samples with like females in the background. You know, shout out to Dipset. 'Cause I think Dipset put me onto that shit. You know, it's like, you know, like the whole little girls in the background.
What did it for me with the soul sampling was Lil Brother, man.
Facts. Yeah, Little Brother too.
Little Brother, like No ID, like from you know, like those guys from like the old Chicago rap, you know, those producers, those dudes was dope from back then. Fucking damn, what I was gonna say something. It was something like, no, let's just keep going on, and they'll probably come back to me. I smoke a lot of reefer.
Hey, there's no problem in that, man. Whatchamacallit, I think you already answered this question. This is my last question before we get to the rapid fire questions. Would you ever rap on your own beats?
I freestyled to them not too long ago, to be real with you.
You wouldn't make a song on them? Drop an EP for me?
No, then it means I have to perform it. I don't have time for that shit. Niggas gonna want me to perform shit. Oh, come on, Wavy. I'm like, nah, man. Come on. Hey, you can listen to the record and go to sleep, man.
Yeah, performing has never been my
I could
My
perform.
shit.
I could perform. I just don't want to. That's I don't have the spine for that right now. And I ain't talking about the backbone. I'm talking about like, my back's getting weary right now, man. I don't want to be running and jumping around. Like I have my own ways. This is not for me. I'm not the limelight guy. Excuse me. I'm not the limelight guy. I'll just be the guy behind the boards. Sometimes you see me in a video here and there. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a hype man. I could do that. Freestyle every once in a while just to blow people's minds. Yeah, I could do that.
In the cut, man. Just chilling, bro.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Surprise factor, man. That's what it's all about. You never know. One day I could be just chilling. Man, who knows? I might just do it. One day I might just really honor that.
Facts. All right, this for real last question. Then we're going to the rapid fire questions. When does Wavy plan to stop being a producer? Oh, I got deep. Never. 85 still on the boards, ain't it?
I'm gonna drop 50 shits in my hand. I'm not playing.
Facts.
This is something that I committed myself to, man. I gave everything up for this production shit, man. I gave everything up. When I mean it, I sacrificed dearly just to get to where I'm even at this point. So there's no way I'm just gonna sever ties with it. Me and this shit is one. So it's like, there's no way I'm gonna sever from it. I'm very passionate about it.
That's how I feel too, man. Like I sit here and I think about it. I may not have taken it as serious as I was growing up, but the passion, bro. It's just like being able to just come in here and just just exit everybody out from your equation for the day. You go to work, you do your 9 to 5, whatever you may be doing. If you're working from home or you got a hard ass job or an easy ass job, whatever it is, then you can come home and you could just block everything out and just do your fucking thing.
Create, right?
Oh, dude, it's the best feeling in the world, dog. No homo and pause. Like, I was thinking about this shit the entire fucking day. Like, I just couldn't wait to go home. Like, I was outside in 90 fucking degree weather, busting my ass, sweating my ass off, fixing sewer lines and everything like that. And then, like,
man,
I come home.
I come home. Shit.
Yeah, and I come home, I take a shower, and then it's like, boom, dog. Like, I'm getting everything situated, turning the interface on, the preamps, the mic, the computer. I'm, making sure everything is straight. And then I'm ready to go, bro. Like I'm super fucking hyped, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it feels comforting,
it's cool that, yeah, it's cool that I hope, like, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then we can close it out with the rapid fire. It's like, I hope everybody that's listening to this, like, you guys can understand, like, the passion we have for this stuff. Like, if you guys don't have like a hobby or a passion or something that you love to do, go find something. Like, especially now, like modern times and what the hell's going on in the world today, find something.
Yeah, go be great.
That can just find. It don't even have to be something that you have to create. I'm not telling you to be a rapper. I'm not telling you to be a producer. You can sew teddy bears. You can make dresses. You can make socks. You can make hats. You can you be a website designer, or a video game tester, whatever the case may be. Whatever falls in your line and is in your pocket and you're good at it, man, take that shit to the grave and just blow everything else up out the water, dog. Just find something that you're passionate about and don't stop, because that's what people need to realize. Like, all this stuff that's going on has got everybody pinning each other against one another, pointing fingers and doing all this, this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to find something to keep you sane. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this podcast. That's why you're making these beats. That's why we're making this conversation, what it is right now. So, you know what I mean? Like, shout outs to everybody. Just find some shit that makes you want to just, say, hey, I'm digging this and I'm going to keep doing this, and find something that you're good at. I just wanted to put that in there right quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to all the people, dog. But now we're going to hit these rapid fire questions. You know how this goes. I'm gonna just give you a question. First answer that comes to mind will be your answer. We're gonna start it out easy, and I'm gonna ask you, Timberland or Pharrell Williams?
Pharrell.
Over Timberland?
Yes, sir. He's more.
I dig it.
Pharrell's more my speed.
I dig it. Pharrell is one of my tops too. That man is.
Although
I think he's still hella underrated.
a lot of people said that I looked like him in high school, so there you go.
There you go.
There you go. So
invisibility or super strength?
invisibility. Discreetly.
He trying to go into the girl's bathroom.
Trying to discreetly walk away with the bag instead of thrashing down the wall.
There you go.
You know, instead of
There you go.
creating a spectacle, I'd rather just, just breeze out without nobody noticing.
Just bounced. Facts. A place you want to travel the most that you haven't.
Oh man, that has to be the UK.
What's the reason?
I think it's just got a culture within itself, man. It's a
That's
culture.
dope.
It don't have to be the UK per se. I would like to just go to Europe in general. It could be France. It could be, I would like to go there. But why go there, Wavy? I mean, I got fans out there. I got people that love me out there, man. Like,
there you go. I want to go to Japan, bro. So bad.
that was
Like,
my
so
thing.
bad.
That was my first one at first, but I was like, damn. I'm pretty sure if I go to Japan, it would be popping though. Like for real. Like
There's so much shit over there, bro. It's like you could just for days. Cars, anime,
games,
man,
games that's not even here.
Yeah, arcades. They still have arcades over there, bro. Like legit arcades.
Yeah,
Like, man. You can go train and learn some jujitsu or some shit and come back and just like whoop everybody's ass.
like jujitsu.
Yeah. Why can't we tickle ourselves?
Why can't we tickle ourselves?
Yeah. It's super random, dog. I always wanted to ask somebody this question, dog. Why can't we tickle ourselves? But when somebody else tickles you,
because we see it coming.
Maybe you're right. Hold on now, goddamn Bill Nye. I never thought about it that way.
We see it coming. That's why we anticipate it more versus a person. We don't know when a person tickles you. It starts with the reaction from the brain. You will know that the person is gonna come and tickle you, but how they're gonna tickle you versus you. What happened?
Fucking Wavy is on the podcast getting fucking super technical with that shit, bro.
I
dig it though. I'm
a deep thinker, man. I'm a deep thinker. I overthink sometimes. My friends told me I need to.
That makes sense though. I never just thought about it like that.
It makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, now it does. Shit. Yeah.
You actually really, really do see it coming. Like subconsciously, neurologically, however you want to flip it or turn it, you see it coming. So you're not gonna tickle yourself. Although I have tickled myself before, but it was more.
How, Sway? How?
No, like my arm, like I gave myself tingles, like on some ASMR shit.
Facts.
So that's a tickle. If anything is close to being tickled, that would be it, like a tingle. But I'd never really tickled because, like I said, you're gonna see it coming.
See it coming. What does a person need to be happy?
Let go of the shit that don't make you happy. Simple.
Reverse psychology. I dig it.
Let go.
That makes sense too. I'm about to get that shit tatted on my chest. Shout out to Wavy.
You gotta let go of that shit. Like, you really do. If you let go of the shit, even if it's like, man. Okay, want to get biblical? Let's get biblical.
Let's go.
All right. Things come to you in the prettiest form. They say Satan comes with when he comes and tempt you, he comes with the nicest thing, the thing that you desire the most. Temptation. The same old. Well, he comes with the pretty thing, the thing that entices you the most. And then when you think it's good for you, because it looks good, it feels good, it smells good, tastes good, whatever it may be, whatever the case may be. You know, that thing might be toxic for you in the first place, just on the strength of how it was presented. You know, and it don't have to be Satan per se. I'm just using Satan as a metaphor.
Yeah.
You know, so
Mhm.
it's, you got to be careful how things are presented to you, man, and what you intake. That's my best word I could give on that.
I dig it. I dig it.
So, like, I don't know if that made any sense, but
No, it made perfect sense. I get it. I mean, I hope everybody else gets it. I understood it. I understood it.
so we just got to be very subjective of the gift giver, and the gift giver could be not literally the gift giver. It could be anybody, just, you know, there.
I got you. I got you. Speaking of that, if it's crazy how like that went to this question without no planning involved. If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Shit.
Oh yeah,
When's my
we getting deep.
I'm not even gonna ask him when my time is up, man. What question would I ask this dude? That's a good one. I haven't really got to that. I thought of this before, but I'm like, damn, what could I ask this guy? Like
That's tough.
why made us to die? Why make us to die out? Why? But I know the answer to that too. So it would make no sense. It would make no sense.
It's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know what I'd ask him either, to be honest.
That's a tricky one. I have to tap back in with that one.
All right, cool. We both gonna plead the fifth because I can't really think of one either.
That's a tricky one. I don't know what to ask that guy or girl, whatever it may be.
Yeah. The God, what? The Godfather or Scarface?
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
That God in my name, by the way, stands for good humans always winning daily.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna write that down. I like that.
Yeah, man. Like, that's what it's all about. Uplifting my peoples, man. Whoever I deal with, giving good energy. You know, like shooting the breeze, man. Uplifting each other, man. Giving each other ammo to like fire out the good the good shit.
Good vibes.
Disperse the shit. I don't want to make it sound negative, but
Facts. The Godfather or Scarface?
Scarface was to the point. Godfather was legendary, man. Like, Godfather had substance, man. So I have to go with Godfather. Scarface was more entertaining, but Godfather had more on some mobster shit, it had more knowledge based, principle teaching type shit going on in there, man, giving you background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was a deeper side of like the gangster movie. You know, it was more than just, this guy who came from nothing to something and, became this drug lord and ended up, costing him his life. But Godfather gave you like a deeper side. Like, this is like, this is like the whole persona as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gave you a different type of feel when you watch it, especially for the first time. Like, when you watch those movies for the first time, it's like
Part 2 is my favorite one.
You go, God dang, that was a bomb ass movie. I remember when I first saw Scarface, it was
Scarface was nuts.
I stole the tape from like one of my friend's house when I was younger, and I watched it and I fell in love with it. And then when I got my first Xbox 360, I actually ended up buying it and saving it to my hard drive on my Xbox, and I'd always watch it.
You know my favorite part?
It was that great.
You know my favorite part in that movie was when Buddy got hung out the plane, the helicopter, And you see, and then when they flew off out the frame, you see his shoe fall off his foot, bro. That shit had me rolling. If you watch that movie again, make sure you watch that part. If you never noticed that, you see his whole shoe fall off his foot on the flyby. That shit was hilarious.
What was that guy's name? Was it that was
It was the
that was
snitch.
Frank?
No, that was a Frank.
What? Oh man, who was it?
I forgot his name too.
I forgot his name.
He was the
we'll
rat.
look it. We'll look it up.
Yeah,
man. What's Wavy's dream car?
Probably I wouldn't mind getting a Range or Audi. Something simple, nothing crazy. I'm not like somebody that likes to like showboat. If I was to like, I'll get luxury, but I'll still keep it under the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I just want an Audi R8. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
I'll
Audi R8, 2-door.
I'll get an Acura. I'll get like a supercar version type shit, but it'll be low key. Try to be low key.
Yeah, for real. Or get like a real cool old school like Acura, like an old school Acura, like some paid in full type shit. With the BBSs. I see you with the BBSs. You got the gold joints on them? Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me. All day, every day. Red or blue?
Oh man. I like both colors, man. I don't want to.
That's why I said red or blue, because they're like the most favorite color of all the whole rainbow. It's red or blue.
But I can't really just I just can't answer that, man, because I live in a town where
Facts. No need to explain yourself. Next question. You good, man? You good? What's your least favorite type of music?
Since I became a producer, I can't say there's not a least type of music I dislike, man. I like all types of music, bro. All types.
That's a first.
I like all types because I might find the gem. That's why I don't discriminate. Not one whack song. Yeah. Show me what you got. I will turn it into a hit if I can. No, I'm fucking capping. I won't turn it into it, but I will make it sound better. You might find some. You might find some gems and some shit you never know. So it's best that, after a while, like for me, I didn't like anything but like hip hop. Then when I started producing, I just started like listening to different songs. I'll be like, hey, this song isn't bad. Like certain songs in different genres have good songs. You just can't knock it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hidden gems, man. The stuff that you haven't heard and you hear it for the first time and you fall in love with it. It's like, holy shit.
Can't knock it, man. Jamiroquai, they're dope as fuck.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like groups like that. Yeah, man. Like there's a lot of groups out there that do their thing, man. There's a lot of music out there that is fire, that's dope, that creates a feeling, creates a mood.
A lot of it is undiscovered,
Yeah.
Definitely. Like you don't know about it, and then it's like, like you hear about a song or like an album or artist, and it's like, when did they come out with this? And you find out that it was like 10, 15 years ago. And you're like, where the hell was I when this song came out? Or like this guy was out. Like where the hell was I? Yeah. I'm glad that like music is like at our fingertips now. Like we could just look up a song, look up a name, and it's like right there in front of us. We don't have to wait for a CD to come out or a cassette tape or some random bullshit. You just can get on a phone or a computer and just download and like look up anybody and hear the shit that everybody's talking about. Like, oh, did you hear the such and such and such? Nah, bro. He's like, okay, I'll send you the link, or I'll send you to Spotify, and boom, it's right there in your ear. You know what I'm saying? I think that's fucking dope that we can have such easy access to like all of the shit that's around the world. There's probably people in Japan that are popping and I don't even know about it yet.
Facts.
Which is highly disappointing. Super Mario Brothers or Zelda? Ooh.
Zelda.
Over Super Mario?
Yeah. Zelda challenged me.
Yeah,
Like when you think about it. They made Super Mario Brothers, and then they made Zelda. Why do you think they did that?
To challenge everybody. I I have no idea.
Yeah, well, you're onto something. It's simple. It's practical. The answer is very practical like that. But like, if you want to break it down, you're right. It was to challenge everybody because when you start off as a kid, the first game you play on NES is Mario, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
facts.
somehow, some way, but if you're a real gamer, you're gonna end up playing Zelda right after that or Duck Hunt. Well, we're gonna accept Duck Hunt,
Yo,
but like,
Duck Hunt,
you
bro.
know, and those are the things you're gonna end up doing as a kid. So it's like, that for me, that's what I did. But you know,
That's what I did too. And since we're in the same age bracket, um, Duck Hunt. I can't get it out of my mind. So you said it, man. Getting that little plastic gun and standing in front of your TV was the coolest shit ever.
yes.
Like, you were so flabbergasted as a kid. Like, how is this happening? Like, how am I shooting the shit on the screen? Like, there's no bullets. There's nothing coming out the gun. But I remember playing that like nonstop. Like, that was like the shit. Like, wow, Duck Hunt, bro. Shout out to Duck Hunt. That shit brought me back, bro. Who or what inspires you the most?
What or who?
Yeah, it could, in case you don't have a who, or you can put a what.
If it's a drive, I'd have to say my kid.
Facts.
I have to say my little one. Shout out to Seda in Georgia.
Facts. That's dope. I can't wait to have kids too. I haven't had kids yet. I'm planning on it. I gotta get a house first. I ain't trying to have my kid in a little ass apartment, bro. Want to make sure that when they get here, everything is great, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about nothing. It's just like, yeah, this is your crib, bro. Go outside, walk in the backyard, no shoes on, enjoy yourself.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's it. Let me check my book. I think that's it.
Let's get some hand claps going, everybody.
Oh, you want the hand claps? Oh, I'm gonna give you the hand claps. I've been giving the hand claps. But man, listen, man. I just want to say thank you again, bro. It's been a long time coming since we rocked with each other and did something, man. Taking out the time. Shout outs to you. Shout out to your whole family. Shout out to all your boys over there that's doing positive stuff, dog. You feel me? Keep all that shit up, bro. Like, just, yeah, I said it before, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing, and we'll eventually we'll do some shit. Maybe we can maybe I get some beats from you and we make a song or something like that.
That sounds like a plan, bro.
Yeah, I've been saying it for a while, but I really mean it this time. So,
please.
But if you want to give any more shout outs, if you want to give everybody your social plugs where they can follow you at, listen to your music.
I want to give a shout out to BTL. That's the click right there. You know what I'm saying? You need to check them out. Check the handle out. You know what I'm saying? Follow them, look them up. They're good people to follow up on, man. That's the crew right there. Shout out to Rome Streets, Bub Rock, the Walker family. You know what I'm saying? Zilla Sounds. You know what I'm saying? China Streets. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And where they can follow you at? What's if you got? I know you got IG. That's whatever you got.
That's WAVY. Wavy _ DA _ GHAWD. God. GHAWD. That's right.
Facts. All right, man. Well, that about does it for the episode, man. Again, I appreciate you taking the time out. Appreciate everybody. If you made it this far in the podcast, I appreciate you. We'll eventually have you coming back, get some updates on your music situation and how you're doing. And if I do get some wavy beats, we're gonna talk about that. And like I said before, man, give everybody my love up there. Shout everybody out. And keep shit rocking, man. Just stay safe and everything like that during this crazy time right now. Keep doing you, man. I appreciate you stopping by me, dog.
No problem, man. It's been an honor, man. Thank you.
All right. Peace out, everybody. See you guys next week.